clip on how to do the bench hook. So starting a sketch, and I'm going to just start from the bottom here. I'm just going to draw a rectangle, and it's going to be 30 millimeters, tab key 120, enter. I'm going to use the midpoint here, and I'm going to come out 20 millimeters and put in a 6 millimeter dowel, and I'm just going to dimension that 20 millimeters. I'm going to do the same down the other end. You could also use the mirror function for this, but just to keep it simple for today, 6. It's also the shortcut of D for dimension, 20 millimeters, finish sketch, extrude, and we're extruding up 19 millimeters, the thickness of our material. We're going to create a new sketch on this top plane, and the new sketch here we're going to draw out 190 millimeters, tab 140 millimeters, enter. Finish sketch, extrude both surfaces up 19 millimeters. Oops, might go back for that one, and edit the feature and just ensure that rather than a join, it's a new body. Go OK. Then we're going to come back and do one more new sketch on this top surface, and this time we want to put our piece of timber over on this side, so it's 30 millimeters, tab 120 millimeters, enter. Placing some more circles. You'll notice it's in the center. 6, D for dimension, from this edge to here, 20 millimeters, new circle, 6 millimeters, enter. D for dimension. So there's lots of different ways of doing things. Finish sketch, E for extrude, 19 millimeters. There's that part there drawn up. The next thing that we can do is we can go through and draw some dowels in there. So DWEL, and that could just look like a new sketch, and using that hole as a reference and drawing the dowels in there. We can also pop in some physical materials. So you can select what type of wood you want to make your project out of. Just looking at this one here, I'm just going to edit this one. Okay. Just to make sure that I had that in there as a new body. The next thing that we're going to do as well, we're going to turn this into a drawing. So I'm just going to update that. So coming up to design, new drawing from design, bench hook, capital letters. Just takes a moment for it to open. So we're going to go A4, landscape. So it'll just take a moment to open, just making sure that we're going to use our capital letters and everything. So just to start off with, we are going to make it 1 to 3 might fit nicely on the page, and we might even start with that being, we'll call that our front view because it's the one that gives us the most information. And we're going to project our views off to the top, tick, and we're going to go off to the side, tick. And then we'll come through and we'll add in our text. I'll just do the top one here. So capital letters, which is our drawing convention, top view. I'm going to get you to go through and do front view and side view, and I also want you to do the overall dimensions. So just selecting the dimension tool. If that gets a bit squashy up there, you can move your views down a little. So we can just move that one down, and we can actually draw that one down. Just to give you a little bit more space. We need visual space around drawings. So you need to put enough dimensions on there so I could go through and make it. Okay, I hope you find this useful.